Hello. Purpose of this video is to teach you how to find the sweet spot of your lens. As you stop a lens down, you get diffraction, which degrades your image. And so there's a certain spot at where this degradation starts to take place. And it's not an exact hard spot. It's an easy graduation. But knowing that will give you the answer why some pictures come out sharper than others. Years ago, I used to wonder, how come this picture is sharper than that picture? Well, it turns out very simply, a lot of times it's sweet spot. Okay, to start with, you test for sweet spot simply by making a target. And I like to use a couple of coins and maybe a dollar bill glued onto coins work the best, and glue them onto a board 20 by whatever. And you want that 20-inch part to be vertical when you test, and you leave a little room around it too, another 4 inches, 5 inches on each side of it. And just move your camera forward or backwards to keep it in there. And then you take an exposure at f4, 5, 6, 11, 16, 22, 32 if your lens goes there, 2, 8, 2, but one at every full f-stop. And then you go to comparison. So now, let's look what happens when I actually compare what I've got. The lens under test here is a 24 to 70 FE mount, f4 lens, a Zeiss Alpha lens. So it's a very good lens as far as zooms go. And I tested it at f4 to 22. And this is a paste up at 100%, 1 pixel to 1 pixel. And we can take a look at this, and the bigger you blow it up, the more you're going to see. If you can look at this on a TV, much better than a small computer or a tablet, so to speak. But anyway, looking at the test, and you got to look at the contrast and the sharpness and the details and what's happening in shadows. When you have a little bit of shadow, and you'll see a lot of things. At first, you won't see much, but the more you look at it, the more you're going to see. F4 and 22 are definitely soft compared to the rest of it. F8 seems to be the sharpest, with 5, 6, and 11 perfectly acceptable, and 16 marginal. But, not unusable. So there you go. The next test is a G lens, which is also quite a good lens. It's a 70 to 200, and I tested this one at 200. Actually, I tested it at the middle range and at 70, as I did with the other lens. But I just put the 200 up for you to see. All the results were very, very similar. And you will see that this result is very similar to the last one. The F4, probably not real useful. The F22, not the sharpest. 16, marginal. 8, the sharpest. 11 and 5, 6, perfectly usable. So there you go. That's the results of my lens test. Now yours is next. Hope you all try to test your own lenses, and I'm sure it's going to explain a lot of things about sharpness to you. And sometimes it's better to focus stack an image than to stop down. Good evening. This is John Adelot.